I know that at the end of the day, everything is just gonna work out. So moving on from that, I don't know what that was. What is up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I look like a mess, kind of, a little bit. Yeah, definitely. I just got home from training legs. It was my first leg day back after deloading for a whole entire week. I was super surprised with how strong I felt. I was able to push 165 for 10, which is what I was doing previously before I deloaded. So that made me really happy because I was a little bit scared that my strength wasn't going to be there, but thankfully it was. And because of that, I'm feeling like a ray of sunshine right now. After taking a week off, not entirely off, but I wasn't really training like as hard as I normally do. So I felt a little bit off just like mentally, and prep wasn't really going exactly as planned and as good as it was going about, I'm gonna say like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Not necessarily because I'm like going off plan or anything like that. I just feel like mentally I'm not in the exact same positive mindset that I was 4 weeks ago. Obviously, I know that it all depends on me and me choosing to feel better, and that's what I've been doing every single day, but it hasn't really been a feeling that's coming naturally to me, just because I feel like my body isn't really responding how I'm expecting it to. But it's not even my body, it's just the number that I see on the scale that's really getting to me. But I'm currently sitting at 12 weeks out. I weighed in at 128.8, which is about like 1 pound off from what I started at when I started prep. My coach, Jose Rosas, with Alpha Training Protocols, he said that after looking at my check-in video, the scale is literally irrelevant because I look so much leaner, and I look so different from how I did when I started prep to how I do right now. So that made me really happy, and obviously helped a lot with how I was feeling about myself, because you know it's really hard to see the number go up when you know you're doing everything as you should be, and it's kind of going the other way. I just keep reminding myself that as long as I stay consistent and as long as I keep following the plan as I should be, that things will all just fall into place, and in the end I will get the results that I'm working towards. So that's kind of what just kept me pushing through the past 3-4 weeks. I know that this is prep and I know this is expected, so that's why I'm not letting it get to me too much. But I definitely have those days where I just feel like, damn, like what am I doing that isn't making my body respond how it should be? But at the end of the day, my body is responding how it should be. It's just the weight that's doing its own thing. So I'm just gonna ignore the number, keep focusing on my physique, keep focusing on what I'm seeing, and just keep pushing, because that's all I can do at this point. Today is just gonna be kind of like a little prep update. I feel like I haven't picked up my vlogging camera in like 4 days now, which is weird because that's just weird. Like 4 days without vlogging, what? So I just want to bring you guys along with me today. I definitely don't have much planned, but I do want to do a lot of talking, so I hope you guys are ready to listen to me talk. I do want to show you guys a couple of things that I got at the grocery store just now. I went there for pancake syrup, and I couldn't find pancake syrup, so obviously I had to get something else, and I ended up finding a few things. Pizza sauce, it's not important. Salsa, it's not important. Apparently, I got a thing for sauces. This one though, this is super good. For 5 milliliters, it's 1 gram of carbs. So for around 1 tablespoon, which would be 15 milliliter, it'd be like 3 grams of carbs. So in my opinion, it's beyond worth it. It's apple with smoked bacon mustard, and honestly, it tastes just as good as it sounds. I also decided to switch up my Canute cups for these babies. This whole bag is $2.99, and the bags that I usually get for Canute cups are like $2.99 as well, so I'm definitely getting a lot more. Same exact macros, 1 gram of fiber, 11 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein. I think it might have a little bit more protein, maybe, I don't know. But I have used these in the past. They actually upset my stomach a little bit, so I'm gonna see if maybe this time around it won't bloat me, and if it doesn't, that'll be a money gain right there, because Canute puffs can definitely get pretty expensive. And I also got these little bites to throw into my salads. You guys know I love having my chicken lettuce salad, so these have 100 calories, 3.5 grams of fat, 14 carb, and 2 protein for 20 grams. So it's basically the same macros as the crispy minis that you guys see me eating. I don't know what the volume though, but either way, I think it'd be super delicious in salads. Try, let me know how you like them. These I haven't tried before, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna like these. Hopefully I do. I got 2 because they're miles. Hello. These are really good. Cheaper too. My stomach issue. This is just bomb, and you should just get it, not question it. Good night, and I'll talk to you guys later. about that time. I haven't seen you guys very much this video because I basically want to make this video about this little sit down that I'm about to have with you guys. But before I do get into that, I want to mention that for the video that I did of winging it with V, with the egg replacer, it actually worked today. I think my issue last time was that I put too much cashew milk in it. So if you want to try it with a little bit less cashew milk, it was around like 55 grams. So if you want to give that a try again, it might work for you if you're trying to save some fats. But it was just something different, something that I wanted to try for those of you that have a lower fat diet. But enough of that. Before I do get into the talk that I want to have with you guys, I'll just give you a quick little rundown on what's going on with my prep, my numbers, my cardio, everything right now. As of right now, my macros are at 170 grams of carbs, 40 fat, and 140 protein. My fats got dropped by 5 grams since I started prep, which was about 8 weeks ago now, and then my carbs are down from 180 to 170, and then protein has remained the same. My cardio has been increased to 1500 calories per week. So that usually comes to 30 minutes of cardio 5 times a week, which is what I've been doing just because I can't handle being on a machine for too long. Other than that, nothing has really changed with my numbers. As you can tell, I think cardio has been the biggest change. Obviously, my physique has changed a lot, but the number on the scale hasn't. So like I said before, I'm not letting that bother me. I'm just gonna keep focusing on my physique and the changes that I'm seeing physically, because that's what matters the most. I'm not gonna get on stage and I'm not gonna tell the judges, yo, look, I weigh 100 and however many pounds. Like, they don't care. All they care about is what they're seeing in front of their eyes. I feel like I'm slowly getting my groove back. I think it's just the fact that I've been prepping for a bit now, and this time around not seeing my body change as much, just because I don't need to see that many changes this year, has been kind of a mind game for myself, because I'm used to seeing a huge transformation from the beginning of prep to the end. But since this time around I'm a lot leaner, I'm not going to see as crazy of a change just because I don't have as much to lose. So something else that I need to remember, and I think it's just me kind of overthinking things, which is it's just a part of this whole process. Like, I can't even complain because I can't say that I didn't expect it, and I'm not gonna complain because I chose to do this, and I'm not gonna complain because I know this. At the end of the day, when it comes down to that final day, it's gonna be so freaking worth it. And every single time, it's always such a good experience. And you know, it's my pro debut, so it's just not gonna get any better than that. And the fact that it's in Prague, it's even more amazing. So I'm just gonna keep focusing on that final goal, that final result, because I know that at the end of the day, everything is just gonna work out. So moving on from that, I don't know what that was. Someone on my Instagram asked me to touch on how I have dealt with body image in the past, and just seeing my body go through so many changes over the past 3 years. A lot of you probably don't follow me on Instagram or don't even know what my journey has been like, which is another video that I owe you guys. But I do want to make a video talking about my complete journey and where I was before and where I am now. But that's going to be another video because this would just get really long, and I don't like making super long videos. I've been competing for 3 years now, and throughout those years I've gone through multiple bulking and cutting phases. Through every single bulking phase that I did, I gained around 20 to 25 pounds. And I'm not gonna say that I was completely fine with it, because that would be a lie. I had a lot of days where I obviously didn't feel as comfortable with myself, especially because when I started this journey, my main goal was to just be skinny. That's what I wanted to be, skinny. And then I started lifting, and I liked how my body started shaping out, and I loved the muscle that I was putting on. After choosing to compete and being very little on stage, obviously I saw that I did need to put on more muscle, which is what led me into doing my first bulk. I started my journey basically to just be skinny, and then having to gain all this weight back, seeing my body go from being 115 pounds and being the body that I envisioned when I first started my fitness journey, to then having to gain those 20 to 25 pounds, and seeing my body at a complete different shape definitely wasn't easy. I think what helped the most, for sure, and something that I really highly recommend to you competitors out there, is that it happens slowly. I reverse dieted, and my goal wasn't to stay as lean as possible. My goal was to just increase my food from, I think I was eating 1200 calories at the end of my prep, to whatever I could until the end of my bulk. It all happened over the course of 7 months, and I think that's what helped me kind of accept the fact that my body wasn't looking exactly how it was on stage. It all happened very slowly for me. Obviously my goal was to put on weight, so I accepted the fact that that was my main goal during my off season. I chose to focus on the positive things of gaining weight, which is, you know, you basically get your body back to a healthy body weight, which is super important after competition prep, and your hormones back to a normal state. There's just so many things that competition prep does to your body that just aren't healthy, unfortunately, and that's why we don't do it for a long time. I just focused on the fact that I was getting my body to a healthier state. I was pushing more weight in the gym. I was getting to be more flexible with my diet. I was getting to eat more. It's just like anything in life. You have to focus on the positive things, and you have to understand that going through that phase is only gonna make you improve as an athlete. And the fact that you get to go through that phase, you get to learn and appreciate your body on another level, get to see the other things that it's capable of doing besides just having abs. It's a really good time to learn that, to just learn to love and appreciate your body for what it is. We are so much more than just stage ready body. Shredded abs is not who you are as a person. I've been in that position before where all my focus was on how I look and where I want to be in terms of my physique, that I kind of lost myself as a person, which is what I like the most about this prep. And what has made this prep easier is the fact that I'm focusing on a lot more than just my physique, and trying to make sure that I'm in touch with my soul and making sure that I'm growing as a person too, rather than just focusing on a certain physique. And I think that really helps a lot too with self-acceptance and just loving your body no matter how it looks, because we just get to learn that we're so much more than just our bodies. It's super hard nowadays because with any kind of media outlet, it's a very superficial world, and people are very, very lost and concerned on how everybody looks, but we kind of forget about who we are as people and that we're more than just that. So really learning and choosing to focus on much more than just your body and how you look will really, really help you with your body image and just accepting yourself as a person and as who you are. At the end of the day, we only have one body, and we do need to treat it with respect and with love. And obviously it's kind of funny that coming from a fitness competitor, because I know that competition prep isn't the healthiest thing, but I also think competition prep has helped me appreciate my body at every stage, because I have seen my body go through so many stages. Obviously it's not the same for everyone, but I think if you just really learn to adapt a positive mindset, always try to focus on the good things that come with having, you know, maybe with having an off-season physique or a normal human body. Us women, we're not supposed to be lean. We're not meant to be shredded and have six packs year round. There's a very small percentage of the female population that can actually genetically have a lower body fat and still be in a healthy state, but for most women it's not healthy for us to be able to see abs and have visible abs. The female body isn't meant to be that lean. We are supposed to have body fat, like that is normal. And I think for a lot of girls it's really hard to understand that because of what they see on social media day in and day out. And they just need to understand that a lot of these women that are shredded year round, they're not following the healthiest diet, and their body just isn't healthy in general, and that isn't being fit. Having abs isn't being fit. Being healthy, having balance, being functional, being able to go into the gym and just kill it, being able to go for hikes, that is what being fit is. And I made a post on Instagram about this, and it's just because it's, you know, it boggles my mind, because I used to think like that, and I used to think that having abs is what being fit was, but I've learned over the past few years of being in the industry that it's not. What you see with most competitors, it's usually because they're getting ready for a show or they have a reason to be that lean or a photo shoot. It's normal to walk around and not have abs. Like even me throughout the day, I walk around and I don't look exactly how I do on my Instagram posts because that's lighting. It's me probably being in a fasted state, just waking up, which is usually when I'm my tightest. Obviously, I'm guilty of this because I know that I post a lot of ab selfies on Instagram and I show my lean physique. I hope you understand the fact that it's because I'm prepping for a show. If you go back on my Instagram, you will probably see a lot of pictures of myself too without abs and looking a bit softer. And you know what? I've learned to accept that, and it hasn't been easy. Just because I say that I'm comfortable with myself and I love my body, and even when I was 20 pounds heavier, I still love my body, it doesn't mean that I didn't have bad body image days. That's just something that comes with being a woman and being surrounded by crazy amazing physique, especially on social media. But it's normal to have those bad body image days. I think the most important thing is that at the end of the day that you just know how to get out of those bad moods. The reason why even when I'm off season I still like to show my softer look is because I want to make sure that I'm not portraying this image that it's healthy to be lean year round and to be super shredded year round. Since I started competing, I have found that the more muscle I put on, the leaner I can be during my off season while eating a good amount of food while feeling healthy and being able to perform good in the gym. So I've been able to find that balance throughout the years, but it didn't just happen overnight. So just keep in mind that if you are in your improvement season right now and you're not feeling your best physically, just remember that what you're doing right now is only going to get you farther ahead in the game. It's only going to make your next off seasons even better. Just remember that the number on the scale and how you look doesn't make you who you are. It's your personality, it's you as a whole that makes you the amazing person and human being that you are. So I feel like I rambled a lot in this video, and I hope it came out the way that I wanted to, because I feel like it was a little all over the place. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this little chat. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoy my content, then make sure you go and click that subscribe button. And if you have anything to tell me, any comments to leave me, anything to say, make sure to leave it down below. See you guys next video.